Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kathy. So lately I've been getting a lot of questions being like, Kathy, how do you wake up early in the morning, especially in quarantine? Well, today I'm gonna be answering that question and showing you guys my routine, breaking it all down for you guys. And this is coming from someone who's not naturally a morning person, so check it out. So first off, ask yourself, why do you want to wake up early? So finding your own reason is so important because you're not doing it just to, impress someone else or to do something because everyone else is doing it. You're doing it because you know yourself that you want to do it. So just like anything else, know the reason why you're doing this and why you want to do it and why you want to commit to it. It could be something as simple as reading a book, or some of my friends read Bible passages in the morning and they usually don't have time to do that. Or maybe you just want to take a walk before it gets busy throughout the day. Some people like myself like to get a head start on the day so that I could, spend the afternoon or the night just spending time with family, calling friends and stuff like that. So it could be literally any reason, but just know like, why exactly do you want to do this? I am naturally not a morning person, but having sort of like these long-term goals and these short-term goals that I really want to kind of accomplish just is enough of a motivating factor to wake up earlier and sort of just get a head start to the day. So for whatever reason, find your why and make sure you're the reason why you want to do something. You don't want to do it for some, external reason because everyone else is doing it, because I know these extreme sort of 3 a.m., 4 a.m. morning routines on YouTube, and you might think it's becoming the norm, but honestly, just see what works for you. For whatever reason, find your why and make sure it's something you want to do and not some, external reason to impress someone or to, follow a trend or something, because that's not sustainable. And you're starting this habit is because you want to do it for yourself to improve yourself. So do it for yourself. I'll be making a video real soon about the importance of, starting things because you're passionate about something, because you want to do it, because you're the reason why. So stay tuned for that video. So now that you found your why to get up, slightly earlier in the morning, so here are my tips for how to savor the mornings, even though I'm not innately a morning person. So first off, I just want to say I'm someone who likes to keep my morning routine short and sweet. I like to, just spend 30 minutes on it, including brushing my teeth, washing my face and everything, so that the big chunk of my morning is just focused on diving into my work. And that's just how I operate. So knowing your system and kind of just testing out and trying new things is super important. So this is just how I operate. So I've nailed these small changes that have made the biggest difference and really turned my mornings around. So all the enjoyment, all the savoring in the morning actually starts the night before. My magic ingredient is actually just first off changing my mindset, making the morning seem like something that I actually look forward to. And all of that also comes with, shaping my workspace into something that I am looking forward to. The first thing that I always do the night before is decluttering my workspace, because I know me waking up to a messy vanity, to a messy workspace, I do not want to sit down and get ready in the morning or just work in that kind of like cluttered workspace. And honestly, it only takes about 5 to 10 minutes the night before. I clean up my workspace, clean up my vanity, and then I have kind of this like small drawer where I keep everything, like all my work things on, so that everything's kind of just in one place. I also like to move around in the house, not messy, and it's super easy to clean up. When I wake up, I get to see a clean desk, a clean workspace, and everything that I need on that little cart, and it's so much easier, and it makes me just happier in the morning. So the next thing that I always do is to make sure that I have a clean coffee mug ready. Just literally set it on the counter and then have the clean coffee mug ready and the coffee or like the K-cup ready. And I also figure out what breakfast that I want to eat the next morning. So I know as soon as I wake up, I think of like what I look forward to. Nothing gets me more aggravated or crankier when I know that all I want to do is enjoy my breakfast, enjoy my coffee, but I need to do dishes beforehand. So the key is have that coffee mug, have that coffee all set so that the morning, smooth sailing, you have your breakfast, you have your coffee, at least you have all that ready for the day. Another thing that might be a little extra, but I like to lay out my outfit the night before. Usually I had the idea of my outfit ready, or at home, I like to just set the set of lounge wear that I want to wear the next day, because changing it up still makes things interesting, especially when you're quarantined at home. I'm someone who really likes to have have, you know, pajamas just for sleeping and then lounge wear for working at home. Kind of sets the tone and kind of creates like this separation between my work life and my lounging life. Kind of breaks my day up really nicely. So if I'm changing out of my pajamas, I'm putting on that outfit that I have ready and I know I'm ready for the day. Last thing that I do the night before is I always have my to-do list ready for the next day. It gives me a sense of comfort knowing what kind of day I'll be having the next day, what things I have to tackle. Give me a good sense of what kind of tone, like what kind of speed I have to work at the next day. So now we're in the morning, and the morning is the toughest part. I'm someone who usually after, you know, as soon as I hear that alarm go off, I immediately turn it off because one, it triggers me, and two, I gotta get out of bed, or at most I'll snooze once, because if I keep snoozing, I know I won't get out of bed. And I think this is something that a lot of people relate to, except for my dad, who really honestly wakes up before the alarm clock and is up and at him. He's a really big morning person. But yes, I turn my alarm clock off, I pop out of bed, and I roll out of my PJs, ready to go, and I don't scroll. And that's something that I've changed ever since quarantine happened, because I realized that if I'm scrolling, I kind of waste a lot of time, kind of slows down my morning. I end up just taking more time, you know, making my bed and everything. So I don't scroll until breakfast. So you probably got a sense by now that I like to have like a quicker morning routine. So I pop out of bed, I go wash my face, brush my teeth, and then change my clothes. And then a little challenge that I like to do for myself, which is completely new now, because it kind of spices up my mornings. I do a little challenge for myself. So what I do is, so I pop my K-cup in my coffee machine, let the coffee brew, and then I pop my toast in the toaster, and let that cook, or sometimes I'd fry an egg. Depends on the morning, but either way. So I let my coffee brew, I let the food cook, and usually I have like 2 to 3 minutes before everything's done, or before I have to check on things like my fried egg. So I challenge myself to make my bed within those 2-3 minutes. When I'm at home, I don't make my bed as soon as I roll out of bed, because it's kind of a larger bed where I have to go, you know, from the left side to the right side to really fix up the sheets and kind of just make it. And for me, like when I wake up, I know that if I'm in the near vicinity of my bed within the first like 5-10 minutes, I know I'll crawl back into bed. Instead, what I've been doing is I do my morning routine, make my breakfast, and then that's about like 10-15 minutes later, and I'm not really in the mood to crawl back in bed. And the bed's also not warm, so I don't want to snuggle, so I make my bed. And it's been the best challenge, because honestly, like, it's the main thing that makes me want to make my bed really quickly. Usually I really take my time making my bed and then scrolling on my phone, and that really slows my day down. I remember at the beginning when quarantine first happened, I took a solid hour for my morning routine, and it really slowed down sort of the pace that I even would dive into my work, and it just set like a different kind of tone. So me doing this challenge in the morning really got my blood flowing. And the best part is I get to enjoy my breakfast and my coffee after that, and it's kind of like a little bit of a treat, a little bit of a reward, and it's a really good feeling when you kind of accomplish something small to start your day off. So if you're someone who really wants to get your morning started, I would highly recommend just starting some kind of challenge. So my last tip for you guys is actually mid-morning. I always have like an active rest, so it's super easy to be always on your screen, whether you're doing something fun or watching a video or watching a movie. Like, it's so easy to only be in front of a screen, and for me, the majority of my work is on a screen. I'm really grateful that I get to sort of still have access to so much through just simply a laptop. But sometimes I get really carried away, and then I'm like, oh, my butt kind of hurts because I haven't been standing up that much. So you know what I do? A habit that I've started now that I'm home is, so at mid-morning about 10 or 11, I actually play with my volleyball, practice a little solo, or have my dad take a work break for a bit, and we actually play just, you know, 10-15 minutes of volleyball, passing it around, and something where I have to focus, but it's not like I have to use any mental energy. It kind of activates a different part of my brain, and it feels really good, and it keeps my blood flowing, and it really does wonders to my morning, because it keeps my blood flowing, keeps my energy up, and it keeps me focused for the rest of the morning, rest of the day, and it really breaks my morning up really nicely. Yoga is a great way to break up your day. Just, you know, 10-15 minutes of stretching does wonders. So doing something active really helps. And if it's something active that you really enjoy, that also really helps with focusing for long periods of time. And it's something small, but also keeps your mind active in a different way. Ever since quarantine happened, I like to do a lot of things that aren't on the screen. So I think just even doodling for a break is great. So that's it. I think the key in general, one is to figure out why you want to wake up early, why you want to get your day started, what's motivating you. Two, what makes you cranky and how would you mitigate that, and what makes you look forward to the mornings more. And last but not least, number three, getting your blood pumping and getting your blood flowing and keeping your mind pretty active to really conquer the day. So yeah, that's it. I hope you guys found this video motivating and useful. Again, everyone deals with these times differently, so don't be too hard on yourself. Try something new. It'll make quarantine really interesting as well. So also, if you haven't noticed, I don't really get the opportunity to film in my living room, so this has been a really great time. I'm sitting on the floor and it makes me feel really grounded and comfy and just really comfortable talking to you guys. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and maybe comment something that makes you look forward to the next day, something that makes you happy or has been getting you through quarantine, and maybe any video ideas that you would want to see. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I'll see y'all real soon in another video. Bye!